بالميامين هداتي من بني هاشم بخاتم النبيين أخي الوحي أبي.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome our viewers to our program The Great Trust. Sometimes we see parents have this misconception that once our children reach teenage, they don't need us anymore. But as we know, that our children will continue to need us throughout their life, but of course in different ways. The same child who wanted us to accompany him to every friend and to every park will now want a lot of independence and privacy. The issue of friendship is very sensitive. As we know, friends are the people who have a very deep impact on the child's character and belief. So now we have to make sure, and it is very necessary for the parents to keep an eye on the company of their children. To learn what Islam says about friendship and parental involvement, we will welcome our Alima Razia Batul Najafi to the studio. Assalamu alaikum, dear Alima.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
As I just gave a brief introduction to our viewers, that we will be talking about basically friendship and how the parents need to work with the children's friends. Actually, I see at this age the parents do become very sensitive when they see some changes in their child's behavior, character, because now they all go to school. They're in grade 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, and when they're a teenage, and they have a lot of friends and peers. So the parents are sort of really sensitive, and they're worried when they see the child doing something wrong. They know that you have learned this from your friend because we don't do this at home. So according to Islam, or how much should the parents be involved in their child's friendship?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yes, Zahra, this topic is very important topic. As Hadith says, Al-mar'u ala dini khalileh. Like if you want to see, if you want to check, if you want to find out about somebody's iman and faith and religion, which is the most important thing, Islam says look at his friends. You know, how his friends are, how kind of people from all, his society, which kind of people he has, chosen for himself. That it shows his choice, his, like character. So definitely, like al-mar'u ala dini khalileh, one other meaning is a person follows the religion of his friends, like whatever, because I like this person, so definitely I like his thoughts, his lifestyle, everything,
His belief, his
yes
everything.
So completely, it has very, very deep impact. So parents should be very, very sensitive about it. Like if alhamdulillah, if their children got very good friend, pious friend, and good moral friends, then they should be thankful to Allah. But if they don't know how kind of friends they have, then they have to keep eye on their friends. Yeah,
yes, the question was how much should they be involved, because sometimes the children might rebel, or they feel how come you're being involved in my social life, like I'm at home, isn't that enough? Why do you have to come and check in my friends or check
again we have said that everything should be in very indirect way, where in beautiful techniques, like they shouldn't show the sensitivity, like they shouldn't show they are very sensitive about their friends, like they should respect their friends. Definitely, first of all, they have to know like how kind of friends they have. For example, after age of 7, 8, 9, because we are talking about mostly about 7 to 14. So we can like advise our parents, then they can invite their friends in their house, just for like weekends they can go outside, like in park, then they can have an eye on their friends. If they are good in akhlaq and from very good families, then there's no any harm. It's good with their friends with them. But if you feel that if they are not from very good family, they are using some bad words and they have some bad habits, then we can talk like with our child. We can ask that why your friend was using that kind of words, why he was reacting the way which is not good. So if a friend has a very bad character, then we can finish the relationship with him. Yeah, we can do something, because before 14 they are not very, very, very sensitive, because according to according to psychologists, they said that after 14 the attachment is with friends is very, very extreme.
Strong.
Yeah, it's strong. Before 14 we can give them some example, like for example, you can bring one apple and show him that, look, if apple is spoiled, like, look, this much of area of apple is spoiled, but slowly, if we keep that apple for a week, then you can see that whole apple get spoiled, get all bad smell because of that one area. So you are good, but your friend is that maybe because of that spoiled area and part of the apple, so you will get the effect, definitely. So maybe because in this age they can understand it, and they are ready to accept it. They will they can bring this change. And other advice which I want to say to parents is, please, this is my very humble advise, that to decorate their rooms with hadiths saying of ma'sumin, but according to age they can change it, like how after 7, 8, 9, when they are go towards friends, because of the school environment and everything, they can put this kind of hadiths, that this is very beautiful. Our Prophet, he's saying that masalul jalis as-salih masalud dari wa in lam tajid atarah allaqahu riha. Like, he's saying that the pious friend's example is like the perfume seller, like the person who's selling perfume. If you spend time with that person in his, especially in his shop, at least you will get the perfumes, fragrance. Yeah. So nothing, if you get, you'll get, you yourself will become full of fragrance because of that environment, because of
company.
Yes. So that company has that much effect. So it is so beautiful, and we can even it's a very tangible example. They can see it, they can feel it very easily. Or other hadiths of Imam Ali alayhi salam, they said, la tasha bisharir فإن طبعك يسرق من طبعه شرا وأنت لا تعلم. Like they said, don't be friend with evil, because you if you be friend with evil, you will take the evil trait very easily, even if you don't realize it. Until la ta'lam. The wording in Arabic is so amazing. Like they say, yasriq means you will bad habit, you will steal from that your bad friend. Yeah, evil friend. And you don't realize it, you don't know it, in everything, in unconsciously it's happened. That kind of indirect, very deep impact, but very indirect and very unconsciously. That's why it's very harmful too if the friend is evil, and it's very, very, very beneficial if the friend is pious. So both ways are the best. Both sides are very important. Like, if you get very good friends, then you are the most lucky person, because you are getting all the fragrance, all the nur, all the light, the all the all struggle with which the parents has done with your friend, how much they have taught him the good things, you will get very easily by your friend. So all the struggle have done their parents, but you are getting it. Like, if you get very good daughter-in-law, so whatever good training her mom has done, you are getting it very, like, freely, because that much effort their parents has done with them. So like that, the friends are in the eyes of Islam.
And even the bad friends act like a slow poison that destroys the child slowly, without them even knowing that this is happening. If Alima, some child has a bad friend and the parents know about it, they're sure that the child that keeps company with is not a right person. What is their duty? What is their responsibility now?
Yeah, now after knowing, because a child is in teenage, so he's very sensitive about his friends, and he has some kind of, bias, like he can't hear any kind of negative things about his friend. Like we can't belittle his friend in front of him. Yeah, so we should respect, we should like remember them with good names, because if you always say that person and with very angry mood and in very bad name, he will rebel more. But if now you want to take firm any action, and you want to destroy this relationship, but you shouldn't say just you are not allowed to meet this your friend again, and I don't want you to meet this friend. And if you say very constantly that you are not allowed to go with this friend, and I don't like your this friend, then he will rebel more and more. So with action we should show our sensitivity. And like one, but maybe there are a group of friends, like he doesn't have one, maybe there are 3, 4, one group, bunch of friends. So we can do from one by one, we can slowly keep him away from that friend. How? First of all, we should observe the society, the environment, like school, like the house, in which area if you are living, like, because it's not an easy job, an easy thing. You want to get away from this kind of evil friends. You want to save your child, and if you have practiced or if you have experienced other ways and it doesn't work, then even if you have to change your house because of the friends, friends, you have to change. And like sometimes school, sometimes like gym where they go, and they play. So this all indirect way, like the child, he doesn't know, but you are changing his gym, where they meet, they spend their time. So you can change them, and you can replace them. You can replace them by good friends, pious friends. Not just say don't sit with this friend, but where then he'll go, there should be something.
So find an alternative for him.
Yes, that is very important. So if you find something according to your child's taste, it should be according to his taste, because you want to attract him towards that new friend or other things. So then definitely it will be easy for him to change. Otherwise it's very difficult, and they will go far and more far away from us, and this is a very dangerous,
especially if it's in a higher age, like if they have reached a mature age of 17, 18, when they really are attached to their friends and they don't want to give up their friendship. So it's a task for the parents. They have to really try hard to make sure.
And then sometimes even the parents, they can say when the child is in good mood again, they can say in journal way, not directly, not by toning that specific
pointing
person.
Fingers,
He can say that oh, my son or my daughter, I can see some kind of bad change in habits in you. What is the source of this all evil and change? So maybe your teachers, because of your classmates, or because of your friends. So you are putting friends in the end. Option. So he will think and he will reply. This is a good way to like how Allah is talking to us in Quran. Allah is asking and asking many times. There are so many verses in Quran in which Allah is questioning. Allah is putting the question. Allah is making awake our this conscious, which is we say it's not
asleep,
aware. It sleeps. So this is very beautiful way. And the last point, as I mentioned before too, that we should design our children's room and in very spiritual way we can do it, like as we do, and like as we make it very comfortable physically, their room, and beautiful for their eyes, so we can make it very comfortable as a spiritually too. Like this ayat Surah Furqan, ayat number 28. So Surah Furqan, ayat number 28. This ayah is very beautiful ayah. Ya waylata laytani lam attakhiz fulanan khalila. Like Allah is giving us this kind of warning and information that what will happen hereafter, because some people, they will regret and they will say that we wish that I or we were not friend with such a such person.
So there will be the day of regression when
Yes,
they will
yes,
will feel bad for making friends with such people.
Khalila, the
So the
Khalil
friends is something to
are
be blamed.
very,
right?
even it goes for hereafter. Like if I have a bad friends, so it will affect for
My
hereafter.
With this, our first session does come to an end. We have a break coming up, Alima, and since this is such a very attractive topic, we will cut back just after the break. Do stay in tune, our viewers. Thank you very much.
إلهي بالميامين هداتي من بني هاشم بخاتم النبيين.
Welcome back, our viewers, from a very short break, and we were talking about a very burning topic amongst teenagers and their parents, which is the friendship topic. We just discussed how the parents can keep an eye and why they should keep an eye, and what can they do to make sure that their children get replaced with better friends, to get better friends, friendship to keep. Sometimes parents have this uneasiness when they ask their children about certain things and they get a very cold reply, and the children usually feel comfortable opening up to their friends than to their parents. They want to go out and discuss their problems, their fears, their problems with their friends or with counselors at school rather than with parents, whereas the parents should be the children's best friend, right?
Yes.
So how can we solve this problem?
Yeah, again, we should say so much, thanks and salam and so much durood on Islam, like how beautifully Islam is guiding us, and Islam is saying one of the pillars of training children and raising children is to have this kind of beautiful relationship, like a trustful relationship between parents and children. Like children should feel so much peace and so much comfortable to share their problems with their parents. And Zahra, again, we have to go towards the character and seerah of our Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how much we are lucky. We have this kind of beautiful examples in our life, and Alhamdulillah that we get to know, like the ilm, the knowledge was there, but sometimes it didn't reach to us. But Alhamdulillah, it reaches, and we know that how many youngsters and teenagers, they used to come and they would share their problems with our Prophet. And Holy Prophet, how he used to listen. And Holy Prophet, it is one of again his miracle, that how he used to listen it. Like once a man, he came and he said, I have done so many sins, all kind of sins which we can't even imagine. And then Prophet said that maybe your tawbah and your repentance will get not accepted in the eyes of Allah. But the point is here in our topic, we have to consider and we have to ponder that how they used to come and say,
open up.
Open up. That is the most important thing, because of their akhlaq. Nowadays, most of the unfortunately scholars or maybe teachers or maybe the parents, they don't have that much capacity. They don't have that much very, very open mind or open heart
They're not
to listen.
approaching.
So how we can develop this kind of trustful relationship? Again, it starts from zero, the age of zero, that how we deal with them. Like even after 3, 4, whenever they do any kind of mistakes, if we show so much sensitivity and if we react very harshly and we scream or we tell them off, then they never come to you from that age. Even if they know that my mom or my father, they are very sensitive about this issue. If I lost something, or if I do any mistake, mistake, so I can't come and share with them because I know they will react like this. So our reaction from very young age, you know, they are counting it, they are, you know, observing it. So if we show very strict reaction, then they never want to come. If we, you know, sit with them politely and discuss with them, then definitely they will come. And I love to, you know, mention one beautiful example again from infallibles, that Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, not only our Aimma, they were very, very, you know, friendly with their childrens, even with their slaves, you know, which is so beautiful, and it has so many benefits, Zahra. That's why Islam is encouraging. Why? Because even physically, even for our, you know, this worldly, you know, some purposes we will get by this kind of good attributes and quality. Like if you as a mother, if you have very good habit to listen, to, you know, bear your child's mistakes, or sometimes to ignore whenever you need to ignore it, then the child will feel that in this environment, in this home, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm free. This is a peaceful environment. It's a comfortable house. So whatever potential he has or she has, you know, the abilities, the talents, all the talents will come out because, you know, we as a parents, we have allowed them to practice, you know.
He's not restricted in any way.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then, you know, this kind of child will become very creative, very intellectual, you know, they will do something for their society.
Very
they will
successful
be very,
individuals.
very successful. Why? Because they had this kind of chance to, you know, to do experiment and to show their abilities. Yeah, that's why how much we have emphasized before in 0 to 7 that, you know, be kind and show kindness. Why? Because it works, or it benefits for in the next stages too, and especially in teenage. If I were so much, for example, strict with my child, you know, like I'm talking about, like if I'm very strict person, then they never ever come to me, you know, and to open heart and to discuss or to share their problems.
For them.
Yes. So the example of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, you know, it's not just with their children, even with their slaves. It's a beautiful example. Inshallah, our, you know, parents and we will take, inshallah, beautiful, you know, lesson, and we'll bring, inshallah, change in our behavior. That how our Imam is calling his slave. So he called him for one time, and there wasn't any reply. Then he called him second time, there wasn't any reply, and third time. So after third time, Imam, he got up and he went to next room, and he said, you are sitting here, why you are not replying me? So the answer is so beautiful. He said, I know if I don't reply, you never take any, you know, harsh action against me.
You don't get annoyed.
Yeah, you don't get
angry.
annoyed. So that's why I was so, you know, I was peaceful. Like means I had that surety, contentment that there nothing will happen. So he was, you know, he wanted to show Imam that how, you know, he is feeling about Imam. So what Imam said, it is more amazing, you know, amazing and amazing so much that Imam said, Alhamdulillah alladhi ja'ala mamluki ya'munani. Oh, you know, oh Allah, I praise for you, and I am so much thankful to you. Why? Because you made my slave so much in peace from my side, so he doesn't have any kind of fear about me. So this is one of the greatest ni'mah, blessing, and for this blessing, because of Allah, you know, Imam had this kind of habit or good attribute, so he's thanking Allah. So where we are, you know, in our society, especially maybe in India, Pakistan, you know, because there are so many, you know, servants, so they want to treat with their servant as such, you know, if they call, they should reply quickly. If they reply promptly, then they will feel oh, alhamdulillah, we are the real owner of this house, and we have the like this is
we
the
rule.
we are ruling the correct ruling. So I want to say that the media and the environment nowadays, unfortunately, the society is teaching us that is the actual ruling, and that is actual being the owner of the house, and this is the correct way of using the slaves or the servants. But Islam, how beautifully is teaching us. So there are so many other examples. Whenever I study this kind of example, I get so much astonished at how much peaceful environment our Prophet and our Aimma they gave to their followers. So we as a parents, again and again, I'm emphasizing. Again and again, I'm emphasizing that we should give this kind of environment, be friend with our, child. And Zahra, I remember so many mothers, they came to me and they said, if you have a good friendship and trustful relationship with your children, definitely if they do any kind of mistake, they will come and tell you.
Right.
And they have experience. They said literally they cry, even in very teenage, older age, after 18, they literally cry and they say that, mom or father, we have done this kind of mistakes and it was a big guna, and we feel so much guilty and we feel so much sorry, and they love to come and tell you and share with you. But if we don't allow them, then definitely how they poor people
here.
Right. They are so poor, they don't know, then they will go definitely towards their friends and they will open heart in front of them.
So again, to make sure that we have this peaceful environment in our house is not beneficial for our children only, but also for us, because then we will know that our children are on the right path, especially in older ages, when we need to make sure when they're in the media all the time, they're in the school, they're outside house, most of the time there will be a peace that our children are on the right path, because we know if anything wrong happens, they will come and open up to us.
And nobody can advise them better than the parents, because I know them from zero, like how we say nobody can know better than Allah about us, physical and spiritual benefit. So like that, nobody can advise me, unless my parents, because they know me better. So I have to have very good relationship with them. They are the most sincere, and definitely, Zahra, the benefit goes to both sides. Because I think I usually say to parents that I don't know why we don't want to invest. This is a beautiful investment, like our children, like we are training them, we are raising them in best way, then on the day of judgment we will get all back the benefit. And even here, if they are humble, if they are very obedient, children, so all kind of peace and tranquility and fun and pleasure here and hereafter we will get if we have very good relationship, then how much beautiful life we will have in this world too. Definitely.
So it is a possibility, because sometimes parents feel that this time and era it's impossible to keep children in peace or in our in the right path. But obviously, when the parents do work hard, if they work according to what Islam has given them, the guidelines.
Even I have seen, Zahra, that sometimes even in adult age, like after 18, the parents, they sit with their children and watch together some programs which is according to the taste of their children, like teenagers. But they say they watch, they enjoy, and they have discussion about it, not just for very young age that you should sit with them and watch the cartoons and discuss about it as expertise. They said don't use TV programs or children programs as a time pass for them. So not for just for that age, even in teenage or in adult age, we can sit with them, we can have very friendly talks with them. Because if you have something natural to talk, like, you know, if you don't watch at all their programs, if you don't sit with them, and if you don't discuss with them about their friends, their needs, their taste, their favorite things, then there's nothing to discuss. Just you are, you know, it's coming, and they are coming and sitting and eating and going back, and that advises. Then there's no any relationship. Yeah, but if you sit, if you talk to them, if you watch their program, then you can discuss about the things which they like it. Yeah, or they play.
Interest,
yeah, for boys, most of the time, you know, like they can go out and play
sports.
Sports. Yeah, everything is very very recommended in Islam to spend time with your children, not just you know, by advising or by teaching them, even with other activities.
Right. They trust both of them. With this, our viewers, our time does come to an end. Thank you very much, Alima, for this very fruitful and interesting discussion for today. And for our viewers, it's just a short point to make that it is possible, wherever you live, in the East or in the West, it is possible to keep your children on the right path by just using some techniques that our religion, Islam, has given us, which is obviously full of guidance for mankind till the Day of Judgment. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.